What's up, everybody? This is Chris from the Rewired Soul, where we talk about the problem but focus on the solution. And are you a college student who dreads taking tests, from the anxiety that comes from getting ready for the test to having difficulties studying? And are you the type of person who beats yourself up after you do poorly on a test? Well, great news. Calm is a mindfulness meditation app, and they just made a big announcement that they're pairing up with colleges to provide their app to many students to help them in a variety of different ways. So Calm sent out a press release that states, Calm.com, one of the world's largest companies in the meditation space, announced today that it has launched the first platform in the US geared towards improving the mental health of college students through mindfulness. Calm College will kick off this semester in 7 pilot schools, gradually expanding across the country and eventually internationally as well. This is great news because the mental health issue on college campuses is a very real deal, and a lot of it comes from a lot of the stress that comes with being a college student. So before I move forward with these 3 tips about how this app can help you when you're getting ready for a test or even after the test, I do want to make it very clear that this video is not sponsored. Hashtag not sponsored. But Calm, if you're watching this, I'm down to do more videos for you. Tip number 1, let's talk about the anxiety that people build up before taking the test. So when you find out midterms are coming up or what's going to be on the test, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of anxiety, and that's completely normal. That's part of our natural human instinct, our fight, flight, or freeze mechanism, telling you that you should worry about something. The problem is that this actually releases a stress hormone called cortisol, and when that's running, not only are you experiencing high amounts of anxiety, but it also shuts down different parts of your brain that helps you make logical decisions, helps you focus, helps you think things through in the right way. So there's a lot of test anxiety. Now, when it comes to mindfulness meditation, which is paying attention in the present moment without judgment, and calm down your anxiety. I am somebody who personally struggles with a generalized anxiety disorder, and ever since I started practicing mindfulness, it has completely changed my life. Mindfulness is a practice that uses a variety of different anchors. These anchors can be walking meditations, a lot of it can be with your breath or scanning through the body, and many studies out there have shown that a regular mindfulness practice can decrease anxiety by upwards of 80%. So all of that test anxiety and the future tripping that you're experiencing, worrying about something that hasn't even happened yet, mindfulness will help you bring your attention back to the present moment and calm down. And actually, with the mindfulness app from Calm, they actually have a whole section for stress. So it's a 7-day course that you can take in the Calm app, and it will teach you how to manage your stress. And the first one is about 12 minutes, and then they go on and they're about 10 minutes apiece. And these are practices that you can pick up, use before you're going to study, and even before the test. Heck, you can even use some of these exercises during the test. Tip number 2, let's talk about studying. Studying is the meat and potatoes when you're getting ready for a test. Now, this helps in so many different ways. Mindfulness has been proven to improve concentration. There are a lot of studies out there that show the people who practice mindfulness actually grow gray matter in the prefrontal cortex of the brain, which is responsible for memory. So you are improving your memory so you can actually focus and retain the information that you're studying, rather than spending an entire night cramming in this information and then forgetting it once the test comes up. One of the things that mindfulness has really helped me with and training my attention is that mindfulness helps me notice when my thoughts start to drift off. I often say that before practicing mindfulness, my brain used to wander 500 miles, and now it only travels about 5 feet before I bring my attention back. I used to hate reading. Just to let you know, in high school and in college, I never studied because I hated it. I was the type of person where I could read 5, 10, 15 pages, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting there like, what did I even just read? Now I am somebody who loves reading. I love reading, and it's like I'm making up for lost time because I spend a lot of time researching neuroscience, the benefits of mindfulness, mental health, and all that stuff. And I'm able to retain that information because my mind has been able to stay focused on the task at hand. Something that we don't talk about enough is that focus is actually a trained skill. It's not something that we're inherently born with. From the time that you were a little kid and people told you to focus, they didn't really give you instructions on how to do that. Through the practice of mindfulness, you're actually improving and practicing the skills that it takes to develop better focus and better concentration. There is also a lot of studies out there that talk about how mindfulness decreases the symptoms of ADHD even without medication. Pretty cool stuff, right? Lastly, let's talk about the negative thoughts and emotions and negative self-talk that come from doing poorly on a test. Now, one of the best features of the Calm app is that they have a ton of loving kindness exercises. So part of mindfulness is non-judgmental awareness. Okay, so we're going to fail. That's just part of life. We're going to go through these experiences, and one of the reasons depression is so high on college campuses is because a lot of people beat themselves up after poor test scores. Through loving kindness practices, you're going to learn how to care for yourself the same way you would care for a friend who you love and care about. And this is very important because we're all going to screw up. We're all going to have these faults. We're not going to ace every single test, and this is going to help you get back up on your feet and realize that you have another opportunity to succeed. That's something that I love about mindfulness practices, is that it's like a reset button, because since you're paying attention in each moment, the second a moment comes up, that moment passes. So it helps us let go of the past. We don't forget about it, we recognize it, but we're not clinging on to it. We're not beating ourselves up. We're not generalizing these statements like, I'm a failure, I'm always going to be a failure, I'm going to fail every test. No. We recognize that that moment's passed, and now we can motivate ourselves to move forward, practice more, study harder, and succeed and pass that next test. So I hope this video helped you out. I hope you learned a little bit more about mindfulness, and be sure to check the description below and read the full article about Calm College, because they're going to be releasing this to a ton of colleges across the states, and you can pick up this app, start a regular mindfulness practice, and you're going to see how much mindfulness meditation through this app will help you when you're getting ready to take a test. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, if you like learning about how mindfulness can help you in everyday life, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you haven't yet, please, right below my beautiful face, there's a subscribe button. Hit that, check in. I'm always doing videos about mindfulness, mental health, things like anxiety and depression and all that. So this is Chris from The Rewired Soul, and I'll see you next time.